I had to follow a couple guides to figure out how to do this, so I figured I'd put it all here in one place to make it a little easier for somebody, hopefully. But anyway, I just installed Lineageos 22.1 or Android 15 on my Fairphone 4 rooted with Magisk and MicroG instead of Google Apps. Now, if you don't care about rooting and you want it to be a little bit more secure, locked bootloader, and I think they have verified boot for banking apps and stuff, I'd probably just go with Calyx OS, and it's a lot easier to little bit easier to install than all this. Follow the instructions on their website. It's pretty simple. Alright, first of all, you're going to head over here to Lineageos and follow the guide to install ADB and Fastboot. Download the zip, extract it somewhere, and then follow this section on Windows 10 to make it work. I don't know what that does, but just go do it. Then you're going to come over here, follow this guide pretty much to install Lineageos. Now, if you had anything else installed in this phone, if you tried another operating system or something, you got to go back to default Android 13, which you can get over here on Fairphone's website. Right there, just click on that, it'll download, and then come here and install it, which you must have unlocked bootloader to do that. I'll get to that in a second, but pretty much just go to the file. You have to have your phone plugged in Fastboot and double click the bat file and it'll do its thing. But you do have to have bootloader unlocked, so to do that on the Fairphones, you got to go to Fairphone support. Put in your IMEI number and serial number. They'll give you an unlock code. Then you can go to developer options and check OEM unlocking and USB debugging. Then you can come down here and in your ADB platform tools, click on the top, type CMD. That'll bring command prompt up in this folder, and then get over here. You can run these commands. Just plug your phone in, ADB reboot bootloader, and then fastboot flashing unlock. And it will show up on your phone. You can use volume buttons and power, confirm or deny something about unlocking bootloader. This will wipe all your data. Make sure, obviously, you don't have anything important on your phone. This will wipe your phone. But now your bootloader will be unlocked. So we can go on. If you're okay with normal Google Apps, Play Store, Gmail, blah, 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 just come over here to Lineageos, get the files, and just install normal Lineageos. You can still install Magisk, but if you want MicroG instead of normal Google Apps, come over here, Lineageos, or lineage.microg.org, download over here, and you're going to want DTBO and this zip file right here, which is the bigger one. Also come over here and get Magisk. Only get Magisk from the GitHub. Don't get it any APK mirrors or anything else. Just right here. This file is what you want. Then we unlock the bootloader already, so we can continue on. And you're going to boot your phone into Fastboot. So hold power and volume down with the phone off, and it'll come up. It'll say Fastboot, like right here, and a bunch of text and stuff. And it should say bootloader unlocked or something about bootloader unlocked at the bottom if your other thing succeeded earlier. So if that all worked properly, come over here to your command prompt and you're going to type this, copy and paste that. I think it's, if you copy that, then right click and it pastes it in here. But then instead of finding the file this way, because it has to be in the right folder and stuff for that to work, come find it over here in file browser, grab the folder and drag it over here, and it'll give you a string whatever of the file path to that folder. That's just make sure you get the right file and you're flashing the right thing. Then hit enter and it'll do its thing. It should say something about uploading whatever. It'll say finished. Then you can come next step and download Lineage Recovery. You're going to flash that the same way. Type this in, grab the file, drag it over here, and hit enter. That will all do its thing. Then you need a reboot into recovery. So it should have a thing at the top that you can select different options. So use the volume keys to go through that until it says reboot recovery, then power button, and it should show up with the Lineage logo at the top. Have I don't know, a couple things, and you should have some options. One of those options should be something about factory reset. So you're going to do that, factory reset the phone, and should do its thing there. Then it should have something about apply update, or something, apply update ADB, and a couple things, and it should have some text at the, you should be able to click on that, apply update ADB. I forget how it works quite. Then it should have some text about at the bottom, something about upload update from computer. When it says that, then you can come over here and ADB-D sideload, type that in here, and then grab this file, where this one, wherever you put that, grab that one, drag it into here, hit enter, and that will do its thing. And then it's going to ask you if you want to reboot to recovery. Yeah, you're going to want to hit yes, so you can reboot to recovery, and then you're going to do the exact same thing with the Magisk APK. But don't put the -D, just ADB sideload Magisk. Grab the Magisk folder, wherever you put that, grab that, drag it in here, ADB sideload Magisk APK. Enter, it should do its thing, and then it'll ask if you want to reboot. Now you can reboot, don't have to return to recovery. And you should be able to boot your phone. I think that was all of it. MicroG is already included in this. If you're doing normal Lineage, you have to go and get G apps over here and install that as well before you reboot the phone into the actual operating system. If you don't do it before first boot, you have to install G apps and Magisk. I think Magisk you might not have to, but G apps or MicroG has to be installed when you're installing the operating system the first time before you ever boot the phone, or it causes issues. But MicroG is already included in the ROM, so that is all good. But if you're doing normal G apps, install that now, and you should be able to go somewhere in the recovery, Lineage recovery. It should say reboot phone. You can reboot your phone, and you should be good to go. It'll boot into Lineageos. Then you can go into Magisk, and it'll say something about you have to finish installing Magisk or something. Click yes, and it'll reboot your phone, and then it should show up here with a version under Magisk and a version under app, and then you are all good to go. And MicroG settings should also show up with MicroG version. And that's it. You got fully working Lineageos phone with MicroG and Magisk. I'll probably reference this video in the future for myself.